dropped him. Howdy doody buckaroonies, you know, big gumdrop back at it. I just bought a camera the other day, and it's the Nixon D3500, and I haven't used it except for to take some pictures of my friend's car when I was trying to figure it out. But today is opening season for rifle, if you can't tell. It's November 14th. It is 6:21, and shooting light is 6:45 because sunup is at 7:15. I'm pretty excited. I'm down here close to Bruning hunting. One of my buddies' dad gave me permission to come hunt out here, and I'm pretty sure it's one of their family friends. But I'm hoping that we can get on some today. My buddy's dad and his sister went to another piece of land about a half-mile away from here. We have a straight south wind coming, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on X and where I'll be sitting up. I won't be doing a tree stand today. It's going to be more of just a ground sit because they don't have tree stands out here, and I didn't think to bring mine, but I'm pretty excited for today. My buddy's dad said that he saw like 20 does out here yesterday. Or no, he said he saw like 10 does out here yesterday when he was driving around. So that just means that there's a buck around here somewhere. So I'm going to be doing some rattling and some grunting, and hopefully we can get him to come in, but let's go. So everything you guys just saw was from the morning sit on November 14th, and now we're about to transition to the night sit on November 14th, and I'm hunting with my friend's little sister Peyton now, and she's my cameraman. So let's get to that. So as you can see in that last part of the video, I shot at that doe, and I'll play that clip right here again for you guys in slow motion. But if you look closely behind her front left shoulder, you can see where she started to bleed and where she got hit. After all that happened, we walked out to where I shot her at and found blood, and then from there we went up to the top of the hill where we last saw her and had her on video. And when I did that, I got to the top of the hill and started walking down this thicket where I saw her head to, and walked down the hill into the thicket. And at that point I spooked her and the fawn she was with, and they ran across the road and they ran onto another field. And at that point they went over a little hill, and I lost sight of them and lost any sign of them. And I went back out there later that night, and I couldn't find any sign, or couldn't find them at all. Earlier during that day, we did see a little 3x3 buck. He wasn't too big or anything. He was probably like 2.5 years old, so we didn't take the shot on him either. But back to that doe, I felt really terrible about like not finding it and stuff. And I know that the coyotes are bad out there, so I know the coyotes probably got to her that night once like nightfall came and everything. But I did all I could have done, and I really wish it could have turned out differently. But it's just the way that it happened, and I'm going to take that experience and learn from it in the future. But now, like going forward, I went out to Unadilla to go deer hunting on the 17th, so 3 days after that last clip, and I didn't see any deer, any deer sign or any movement on the property. And then I had to work the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd. That's the last 2 days that you can hunt rifle for deer here in Nebraska. And I was able to have one of my friends cover my Sunday shift, so thank you, Laura, to that. But she was able to cover that shift, so I was able to make that trip down to Bruning after I got off work on Saturday night. And I was able to do a morning sit, and I was able to do a night sit, and I'm going to let the video talk for itself from here. So all I saw for that morning sit was that one really mature doe and then those 3 younger does or fawns. And I lifted my gun up to take a shot on that older doe, and that's when like I spooked them off and they got like alerted and they ran off. And then I went back to my friend's house, took a nap, went back out for the evening sit, and I didn't see anything the whole time I was out there until about 5:08, and that's when this video kicks in. Sunset was at 5:08, and shooting light was over at 5:38. So this next clip was right in that make or break time, last little bit right before season closes up, and that's all she wrote. Also, in this next clip, I want you guys to pay really close attention to, I think it's like right here on the next video clip, right into that thick brush. You're going to see that doe feeding out, but I want you to look really close and tell me if you can see like what's moving, or if you can see anything in that thick brush right behind that tree. And if you don't see it now, I'm going to point it out in like the later parts of the video, just because I didn't see it at first, and then when I went back to watch the video, I saw it and I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But check that out. Look for it.
Dropped him. I dropped him. I dropped him. He didn't move. He went straight to the ground. I think. I don't know. That thing was big. That thing was big. That thing was big. I think he just fell. I think he dropped. Oh, oh my. I think I see him. I think I see his antler. I see him. I see him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nice one. That's a... Oh my, look at him. Look at him. Went right down in the stream ditch. He was bedded down in there. One shot, dropped him. Ooh. Look at those antlers. Oh, that's a nice buck. Before it gets too dark, I just want to show you guys what it looks like. He has 5 on the left side, only 3 on the right side, but he has a nice mass. Just shot this brute of a deer. This is a tank right here. He was bedded down just right here, and I saw a doe come out in front of him. So a doe came out, and I was watching the doe, and as you can see in the video, I was focused on the doe because I was going to take that shot. And then I looked up, and all of a sudden I see this rack looking dead at me like this. And I was like, oh shoot. Moved the camera, got it on it. Then you guys saw what happened from there. Started getting the buck shakes. Couldn't operate. I was scared, nervous. Took the shot, and once it hit him, that's all she wrote. Pencil broke, dropped right there in that drainage ditch. And yeah, we got a stud. Super heavy. He's a 5x3, super massive. But this is my PB deer for sure, and I'm thinking we're probably gonna put this one on the wall. But let's go.
So this part's gonna be graphic, so just heads up. If you don't wanna watch something graphic, don't watch this part. But this is, oh, let me move this way. This is the entrance wound on the deer. And then I'll show you the exit wound. Give him a nice little flip. Sorry about that, Jason.
You're okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I got him.
And then that's the exit wound on that other side, on that front shoulder. So there's that head wound that I was talking about earlier, and just looks like he was fighting and got into a fight before we got him. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the video. It was a really fun hunt. Thanks to God, I was able to harvest that great of an animal and just have the opportunities that I had to be out there. I want to thank the Domeyer family for giving me the opportunity to go down there and allow me to stay with them and all that they have done. I want to thank Bob, the landowner, that let me go out there to harvest that deer on his property. And then I also want to thank God first and foremost, because without him I would not have been able to do any of this stuff, and he just is able to keep me blessed in everything that I do in life. Also, I'm going to play that video right here. I realize my hands are in the wrong place, but if you look really close right here, you can see that deer's rack coming out in that thick brush right behind that tree. And I don't know really how to do it on the editing software to like put arrows and stuff, but just look super close behind that tree and you can see that rack coming this way through the lens or through the camera. But I just want to say thank you to all those people, and I want to say thank you to Jason for helping me cape out that deer once I was able to harvest it, and Bailey, because you know she was my cameraman when we were caping out the deer and all that good stuff. And yeah, also we got some merch for Big Gumdrop Outdoors, so if you guys are interested in it, shoot me a text, shoot me an email on either Snapchat, Instagram, or on my email. I'll put all that stuff above, and I'll put it down, the link in the description. But if you guys are interested, I have masks. The person that made me this, my friend's mom, she can make shirts, hats, koozies, so whatever you guys are interested in, let me know, shoot me a text, and then I'll get in contact with her. And then once I get like an idea of the numbers, then we can go forward and all that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. You've made it this far. I appreciate it. If you guys would like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that a lot. Also, go check out my Instagram, because I keep everything updated a little bit more than I do on YouTube. But thank you guys for everything, and Big Gumdrop out.